Hello and good morning to everyone. So our today's lead code question is 2452, which is words within two edits of dictionary. So in this question we are given two string arrays. One is queries and other is named as dictionary. And all the words in the each array comprise of lowercase letters. They are made up of lowercase English letters, and all the words have the same length, right? And in one edit we can take a word from the queries array. We can take a word from the queries array, change any letter, change any letter or character in it to any other character or letter, right? And what we have to do, we have to find all the words from the queries array that after a maximum of two edits, right? We can at max make two edits, right? Less than or equal to two edits. So after doing two edits, if the word from the queries array, if it is equal to any word from the dictionary array, if it is equal to any word from dictionary array, right, we have to make that equal to any word from the dictionary array. And at the end what we have to do is we have to return a list of all the words from the queries array that match with some word from the dictionary array after having at max of two edits, right? So we have to return the words in the same order as they appear in the queries array. So let's see the examples to get the question more clearly. So here in the queries array we are given these words, and in the dictionary array we have wood, joke and moat. So first word from the query array is word. So is that word present in dictionary? No, word is not present in dictionary, so we have to change. So if we change r with o, then it will become wood. So how many changes we have done? We have only changed one character, and now wood is present, so we put word in the answer. Next we have note. Next word is note. So what we can make it? So if we change n to j, then it will become jot. Then if we change t to k, then it will become joke, and joke is present in the dictionary. So note is also converted to a word in two edits, and it is present in dictionary. Then we have ants, a and ts. So can we make it equal to any of the word in two attempts? No, we can't convert ants in two edits such that it is equal to either of these three words. So ants won't be present in the answer. Then we have wood, and wood is directly present, so we put wood is also in the answer, and at the end we return this string array, right? Then let's see the example number 2. So in example number 2, query is yes, and dictionaries, in dictionary we have the word note. So we can't change. If we change y to n, then it will become ness. Then if we change e to o, then it will become nose. Now two edits are done. We have made two edits, but still they are not equal, so we have to return an empty array. So let's see the constraints. So the number of words in the query array and the number of words in the dictionary array can be up to 100 only, right? And each word in the query array and each word in the dictionary array can at max have a length of n, and where n is also less than or equal to 100, means each word can at max have a length of 100 characters, right? And all elements in the query array and all elements in the dictionary array are made up of lowercase English letters. So let's start with the approach. So first we will see the brute force approach. So in brute force approach, what we will do is we'll take we'll take a word we'll take a word from the queries array, and then compare that word with each word in the dictionary, right? With each word in the dictionary, and then we check if the word from the query, let's say the word from the query is q and word from the dictionary is d, then we check if q and d, in q and d, how many characters are different. If we have less than or equal to two character different, right, then we add that to the answer, because if it is less than or equal to 2, then we can make two edits and convert that word to d. else we remove the word. Let's say if q is equal to wood and let's say d is equal to word, then we check w same, o and o is same, o and r is different, so 1, d is same. So how many different positions? Only one position is different, right? So we can convert q to d in one change. That means the number of edits is less than or equal to 2, so we can change q to d, so we put q in the answer. So let's see the code part. So in code part we have taken a vector of type string as the answer, and then we are taking each word from the queries array and comparing that word with all the words in the dictionary array, and we are counting how many different characters are there. So as we know, both q and d have the same length, right? So we check each character one by one, each character one by one, right? So we check if q of I is not equal to d of I, means both are different, then we increase the difference count. And as we know, at most how many edits we can do? We can do at most 2 edits. So if difference is greater than 2, that means that word q can't be converted to the word d. So if difference is greater than 2, then we stop comparing, right? Then we take the next word from the dictionary and compare with that word, right? And but if after comparison our difference is less than or equal to 2, our difference is less than or equal to 2, that means we can convert q to d, right? So in that case we push q into the answer and stop the further comparison, because we have to make q equal to only one word in the dictionary. So at that time we stop comparing with the words from the dictionary, and at the end, after all the comparison, we return our answer. So the time complexity of this approach is, so we are taking all the words from the queries array and then comparing each word with all the words in the dictionary, all words in the dictionary array, and then we are comparing character wise. So then each word length, right? So number of queries is 100, number of dictionaries words in dictionary is also 100, and each word can have a length of 100 only. So the total time complexity can be, in worst case it will be 10 k power 6. So for these constraints our brute force will work. For the constraints given in this question, our brute force approach will work. But what if word length is greater than 100, or the number of words in the queries array is greater than 100, or the number of words in the dictionary is greater than 100? Then in that case our brute force approach will give us time limit exceed, and we can't use our brute force approach, right? So then we have to think of some another approach. So in what we have to do in our optimized approach, that we will be looking now. So what we have to do, we have to avoid checking all the words, all the dictionary words, because in our brute force approach we are taking a query word and comparing it with all the dictionary words. So we have to avoid checking with all the dictionary words, right? So for this we'll be using a try data structure. Now why we will be using try data structure? Because it help us in comparing each query with every dictionary word that we have. So first of all what we do is we store dictionary words in the try data structure, and then we try to match query character by character, right? We try to match query character by character, and when we get if we have greater than two mismatches, then we stop. And but if we have at most two mismatches, then the answer is, then the query word is allowed. So what we do is, so first of all we will build a try data structure from the dictionary words. So let's say this is our dictionary array wood, right? So first of all we have stored w then we have stored O, then we have stored O, and then we have stored D. Now we have to store word. So we check, is W present? Yes, W is present. Then we go to the next array. Is O present? O is present. So again we move to the next part. Then we check, is R present? No, here O is present. So we move to the new R. Sorry, I think I have made it wrong, right? So here we take R, here we take R, then we take from R, then we store D, like this way. This way we'll be storing. This is a wrong part. So this way this word is stored, WORD, right? Yes. That then we have to store A. So first we check whether A is present. No, then we made A, then N, T, and S. So this way we'll be storing these three. This way we'll make our try from the dictionary words, right? And once we make the try, then what we will do is, then for each query word, we run depth first search on the try, and then what we do is we try to match query with the try element. Then at each position, or we can say at each index, if both the characters are same, then we continue. But if the characters are different, then we increase our mismatch count by 1. And if at any point, if our mismatch count is greater than 2, then we stop that particular branch, then we stop comparing in that particular branch. But if we compare the whole branch, and the number of mismatch is less than or equal to 2, that means we can change Q to D, and we store Q in our answer. So let's see the DFS state. So in DFS state we will be taking three things. First is index, second is node, and third is mismatch count. So index is basically current character that we are comparing, right? Current character. Node is the try node at which we are present now, and mismatch count is a total number of edits that we have used so far, or the total number of mismatch in the query and the dictionary word. And what will be our transition? So at each position index I, we will be checking all the 26 characters. We will checking all the 26 characters from the try data structures, that is A to Z, right? And what will be our base case? Base case is like, suppose if index is equal to word length, and node dot is word is equal to true, that means we have scanned a full word, and the number of mismatches is less than or equal to 2. In that case we return true, right? So, and if any path returns true, then the query is valid. So let's see, let's try to understand with the help of an example. So first we have this dictionary, wood, word, and ants, the same example. Here it will be not present, it will be like R from this position and then this way, right? This won't be there. So first of all we have made our try using the dictionary array. So we have taken at each node we have taken a 26 character array from A to Z. So see, first we check, is in the first node does we have a W. So now for in the case of woods, this W won't be there, so we store W, then we make a new node, and then we store O, then we again make a new node, and in the new node we store O, and again make a new node, and we store D. Now next we have word. So we check in the initial node, does we have a W? Yes, W is created already. Then we move to the next position, that is index number 1. So we check, is O present? Yes, O is present. Then we go to this node, then we check, is R present? No. Then we store R and make a new node for the R. Then we store D, and after this node here we store true because the word has finished. Then here we stored again true, that is the word has finished. And similarly we store ants, and here we stored true. Now let's say we have to check work. So first of all, our index is 0. Now that is we have to check W. So first we compare A and W. So both are different. Both are different means mismatch is equal to 1. Then we compare. We have compared. So we go to the next node. Then we compare O, and here we have N, right? So we compare O and N. So again mismatch is equal to 2. Then we go to this node, third node. Then we compare R with all the characters. So suppose if we compare with T, so R is not equal to T, then our mismatch has become 3. Then we go to the next node. Now if our mismatch is greater than 2, then we move back, then we stop the comparison. So we won't compare with the further nodes, so we go backwards, right? Then suppose we come here and we compare with W. Yeah, right. So initially our mismatch is 0. So we compare with W, both are same. So we move to the next position. Then we compare with O, both are same. Then we move to the next position. Then we compare with O. Then we compare R with O, both are different. So mismatch is 1, right? Then we move to the node of O and we compare K with D. So both are different. So mismatch is 2. Then we move to this node. So mismatch is 2 means lesser than or equal to 2 allowed. But if we see, we have reached the end of the word and our node is giving us true. That means this work can be converted to a word in the dictionary array, right? So we return true here, then this node will return true. So now instead of comparing the further words, we return true here and we return true. So then we store work in the answer array. So in answer we store work. So this way all the query words are compared using the DFS, right? We check with each word and we keep on going to the depth wise until either our mismatch becomes greater than or equal to 2 or we get a true, right? So let's see the code part. So in code part, this is a structure for a try. So basically we take a child array having size 26, that is A to Z, and then we have a boolean and which will be false or true. If it is true, that means a word has finished, right? If it is true. And this is our constructor for try. That is, in this we are initializing all the pointers to null pointer. Then we have declared our try pointer root as a new try node, right? We have declared a new try node. So basically it will be having 26 this child array, then a boolean and will be present in this node, right? Then we have the insert function. So in insert function we pass a string s, right? And we have declared a node, right? Try node type of try pointer named as root. And then we take each character from the string, and then we check if the node arrow child of I, means suppose if we have A, then we check whether this child node is null or not, right? If it is not null, then we move to the then we make the new child node, right? If it is null, then we make the node arrow child node as new node. Suppose if it is null, then we make it a new node. But if it is not null, then our next node, then we move to the next node, that is node arrow child of I, right? And at the end, when we stored all the characters, then we mark node arrow and is equal to true. That means the word has finished. So this is a function for inserting a string in the try array. Then we have the DFS function that will take index, a node, and the number of edits. So if the number of edits is greater than 2, then we return false. Else if index is equal to array size, if index is equal to array size, then we return node arrow and value. So if the word has finished, then that means node arrow and value will be true, else node arrow and value will be false, right? And then the main logic, that is we are comparing with each child node. If we are comparing with each child node, and then we check if child node is not equal to null, if child node is not equal to null, then we go inside the child node and then check if our current character, if our current character is equal to that character. If it is equal to that character, then the number of edits won't be increasing, but if they are not equal, then 1 is added to the edit count. And then we again call the function dfs string index. We have increased the index by 1. A new node will be node arrow child of I, and then number of edits will be improved. And if this function returns as true, then we return true, that is we won't compare further, right? But if we do not return true in this loop, then that means we are not this word is not compared to this word is can't be compared to the query. The q is not compared to d, so we return false. So let's see the main function. So in main function, we are first inserting all the words from the dictionary array in the try. That is we are making our try from the dictionary words, and then we have declared a vector of type string named as answer. And then for each query we are calling our dfs function, and if this dfs function returns as true, then we store that query word in the answer array, and at the end we will return the answer. So I hope I'm able to explain you both the approaches properly. So if you like the solution, please make sure to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.